Good afternoon, dear students. Today we'll study malarial parasite. In this, we'll study Plasmodium species, geographical distribution, habitat, species, life cycle in the man and the female mosquito, the cycle in detail, the pre-erythrocytic schizogony, erythrocytic schizogony, gametogony, then the incubation period, clinical features, relapse, pernicious malaria, and more complications of malaria. We'll also study difference between Plasmodium vivax and falciparum, the prophylaxis and the treatment. We'll study the malarial parasite Plasmodium in detail. Geographical distribution of malarial parasites. Malarial parasites are found in all countries extending from 40 degrees south to 60 degrees north, particularly found in India and West Africa. Habitat. The malarial parasites in man, after passing through the development phase in the parenchymal cells of the liver, reside in the RBCs and then carried by circulating blood to all the organs. Species of malarial parasite: Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malariae, Plasmodium ovale, and Plasmodium falciparum. The malarial parasite completes its life cycle in two different hosts. First is the man and the female Anopheles mosquito. In man, the asexual cycle continues with the formation of gametocytes, and in the female Anopheles mosquito, the sexual cycle continues. In man, the parasite residing inside the liver cells undergo exoerythrocytic schizogony produced by asexual method. In the products are called merozoites, and then they invade the RBCs producing erythrocytic schizogony. Man is the intermediate host. This mosquito is the definitive host. Sexual phase of the cycle occurs in the female Anopheles mosquito. Now the cycle in man, the human phase. The bite of infected female Anopheles mosquito injects sporozoites in the blood of human being. The sporozoites range from 15 to 100 in number. As the sporozoites enter in the human body, the phagocytes are ready and try to destroy them as they are foreign body for the human being. But some are carried to the liver to proceed the pre-erythrocytic or the exoerythrocytic cycle. The pre-erythrocytic schizogony. It is also known as exoerythrocytic stage. Within an hour of being injected into the body of the mosquito, the sporozoites reach the liver and enter the hepatocytes to initiate the stage of pre-erythrocytic schizogony or merogony. The sporozoites, which are elongated, spindle-shaped, now become rounded inside the liver cells. They enlarge in size and undergo repeated nuclear division to form several daughter nuclei, each of which is surrounded by cytoplasm. This stage of parasite is called pre-erythrocytic schizogony. The hepatocytes get distended and the liver cell nucleus is pushed to the periphery. In about 5 to 15 days, the schizont becomes mature and bursts, releasing thousands of merozoites in the bloodstream, which reach erythrocytes to continue with the erythrocytic cycle. Entry of sporozoites into the body and first appearance of parasites in blood is called the pre-patent period. The duration of pre-erythrocytic stage, size of mature schizont, and number of merozoites produced varies with the species of the parasite. The erythrocytic schizogony. The merozoites that are released by the pre-erythrocytic schizogony enter the RBCs. The RBCs have special receptors for merozoites. Merozoites enter the RBCs through vacuole formation. Once inside the RBCs, the merozoites rounds off and loses its internal structure. Early stage of tropozoite is also called signet ring stage because of its typical appearance. Finally, the late stage or the amoeboid form is produced. When the amoeboid form reaches a certain stage of development, its nucleus divides, becomes surrounded by the cytoplasm. In a mature schizont, number of small merozoites are seen, each having a nucleus with surrounding cytoplasm. It bursts, releasing thousands of merozoites and malarial pigment. Some merozoites attack fresh RBCs and continue with the erythrocytic cycle. Some merozoites change into gametocytes. Rupture of mature schizont produces febrile paroxysm, characteristics of malaria. The interval between the entry of sporozoite into the host and the earliest manifestation of clinical illness is called incubation period. An important feature determining the clinical manifestation of malaria is the tendency of the erythrocytic schizogonic cycles to become synchronous, so that all the mature schizont in the body burst at the same time, releasing merozoites and pyrogens in the circulation, causing febrile paroxysm. The periodicity varies from species to species. Gametogony. Gametogony means production of gametocytes. After some cycle of erythrocytic schizogony, some merozoites do not become schizonts but develop into gametocytes in the red blood cells of the capillaries of the internal organs. These gametocytes can be macrogamete or the microgamete. Macrogametes, these are larger, female and numerous with small nucleus. Microgametes, they are smaller, male with larger nucleus. A person with gametocyte is called the carrier or reservoir infection. The mosquito phase. When the female Anopheles comes for a blood meal, it takes in parasitized erythrocytes, asexual forms and the gametocytes, and they are set free in the stomach of the mosquito. These gametocytes have further fate. Male gametocytes divide into 8 nuclei which form a long motile whip-like filament, that is, exflagellation occurs and 6 to 8 microgametes are produced. The female gametocyte does not divide, it matures into female gamete or the macrogamete. Macrogamete fuse with the microgamete about half to 2 hours of blood meal, resulting in zygote formation, which is initially motionless and round. After 8 to 24 hours, the zygote forms ooconate, which is motile with the apical complex. It penetrates the epithelial lining of stomach wall of mosquito and comes to lie within the basement membrane. It changes into oocyst, which is mature with several pigmented nuclei. After several mitotic divisions, it changes into thousands of sporozoids which are released into the blood. These sporozoids reach the salivary glands of mosquito, which on bite of a mosquito reach the man and thus complete the full cycle of malaria. The incubation period of Plasmodium species varies from species to species. The incubation period of Plasmodium falciparum is the smallest, around 12 days, and that of Plasmodium malaria is longest, around 30 days. Features of malaria. There are periodic bouts of fever with rigor. The fever consists of 3 stages: the febrile stage, the hot stage, and the sweating stage. There is severe headache, nausea, and vomiting. In the sweating stage, patient is drenched in profuse sweat. The temperature drops rapidly and the patient usually falls into deep sleep. There is anemia with splenomegaly. Relapse of malaria. Relapse of malaria is very common. After a number of primary attacks, the primary attack subsides with the development of partial immunity in the host. This is followed by a period of latency during which there is no clinical illness. Erythrocytic schizogony continues in the body at low levels and gradually the number of parasites build up to cross the fever threshold. Fresh malarial attacks can develop after 8 weeks after the culmination of primary attack. Pernicious malaria. It is caused by Plasmodium falciparum. When malaria is not treated promptly and adequately, complications develop. It is called pernicious malaria because of complex life-threatening complications. It can be cerebral malaria, algid malaria, or the septicemia. Fever. It is seen in falciparum malaria. It is caused by repeated infection or inadequate treatment with quinine. The clinical features range from bilious vomiting, prostration, dark red urine. The pathogenesis is believed to be massive intravascular hemolysis. It occurs in all types of malaria, but more pronounced in falciparum malaria. The anemia is hemolytic, normocytic, normochromic, and the spleen is enlarged. Tropical splenomegaly syndrome. It is characterized by abnormal immunological response to malaria and is characterized by enormous splenomegaly, high titers of circulating anti-malarial antibodies, absence of malarial parasites in peripheral blood smear. Cerebral malaria. Lesion occur in the CNS. Congestion of meninges in brain occurs. Occlusion of capillaries in brain. Petechial perivascular hemorrhages. Plasmodium vivax. It is the most common species. It causes benign tertiary malaria. It has frequent relapses. Sporozoids are narrow and slightly curved. Pre-erythrocytic schizogony lasts for about 8 days. Average number of merozoites are around 10,000. It infects reticulocytes and young erythrocytes. Erythrocytic cycle comprises of tropozoite which are actively motile. Ring form are well defined. Schaffner dots are found. Micro and macro gametes are spherical. Plasmodium falciparum. It is the deadliest. It causes malignant malaria. It is highly pathogenic of all forms. It is fatal with lots of complications. Sporozoites are sickle shade. No hypnozoites are formed. Pre-erythrocytic cycle releases around 30,000 merozoites. It infects young and mature erythrocytes. The early ring form is very delicate and tiny, measuring about 1/6 of red cell diameter. Binucleate rings are common. Schaffner dots are not formed. Instead of them, Maurer dots are seen. Microgametes are banana shaped and macrogametes are concentric shaped. Diagnosis. Examination of blood film. Two films are prepared, thick film and the thin film. Thick film is for detection of parasite. Thin film is for identification of species. Culture examination is done for differentiation of tropozoite form of Plasmodium vivax from Plasmodium falciparum. Blood count is done for detection of leukopenia. Serological test is done for detection of latent infection. Prophylaxis or prevention of malaria. Prevention of malaria is done by anti-mosquito measures, that is by eliminating the breeding places, prevention of carriers, use of mosquito nets, wear proper clothing, full sleeve clothing to avoid mosquito bites. Most important portion, that is the treatment of malaria, the homeopathic treatment. Some of the common medicines for malaria are China, belladonna, ferrum met, arsenic album, natrum mure. Apart from this, considering the constitution of the patient, repertorization of the patient, individualization of the case, a medicine can be selected and given to the patient symptomatically.